Get me that signal. We need more power.
I am here to help dispel some of the negative perceptions that people have had about cultists. I'll tell you right now that I myself am a cultist. I realize you might be shocked. You were probably expecting me to be chanting some long-dead language with some greenish ichor running from my eyes. Sure, that does happen, but we're also regular guys. I like a nice bacon double cheeseburger from time to time. I've got a wife and kids, and yes, they are evil, but she goes shopping at the grocery store and the kids play like any other kids when they're not practicing their ritual summoning. Contrary to the popular belief, we're not bent upon bringing about the end of the world. We just want to take everyone back to a simpler time, an ancient time, with no mortgages or car payments, just a bit of worship and sacrifice to an elder god, and your days will be filled with peace, for the most part. I'll admit that the majority of people will be devoured, but that's why we want you to join us. You'll be safe then, part of a new family. We'll make cookies and talk about how great it is to be free of responsibility. Doesn't that sound nice? And don't forget games. We cultists love board games. Why, we've got one here that we use to plan our little get-togethers at various sites around the city. Oh, it is so much fun. Here, let me show you the game. Wait until you see how we get to overwhelm a group of pesky investigators who keep trying to disrupt us. Cthulhu from Twilight Creations is a game similar to their Zombies line of games. However, in this version, the players are a group of investigators trying to stop a deadly cult from summoning the King in Yellow, who most fans of the works of H.P. Lovecraft will be familiar with. The player's goal is to locate 3 ritual sites around the city and sanctify them. However, each time a player dies on a ritual site, it becomes activated. And if 3 sites are activated, the cultists successfully complete the summoning and the players lose. The game comes with a ton of cultists figures, plus some horrible, and this is just a handful, there's the rest of them up there, plus some horrible winged creatures called Byaki. There are investigator figures in 6 delicious colors and flavors, a stack of city tiles, a deck of relic cards, there's a relic card, some event cards, and about 1 billion heart, sanity, and ammo counters. Each player starts with 3 event cards, 3 life, 3 bullet, and 5 sanity counters. The rules of the game aren't that great, but the game isn't that complicated, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. To set up, you place the church tile, which is right here, and 1 4-way intersection tile next to it on the table, right here. And you also have a couple more. I'm pretending I'm well into a game here. Each player places their investigator figure on the tile, the church tile, and he looks where you wish, and then you're ready to go. During your turn, you first draw a tile and place it in a legal location on the board, which means the roads have to match up. Even if it's not a paved road, it's okay. If you can't, then you discard it and draw another tile. The rules will let you know where to put any monsters or tokens that need to be placed on the new tile. Next, you would fight any Byaki and then any cultists that happen to be in your space. Then you draw back up 3 event cards if you have less than 3. After that is movement. You roll a die, woo, and add your health, which is the number of these tokens that you have. You can have up to 5. And the result is the number of spaces that you can move. Orthogonally, not diagonally. Basically, your goal is to move around, revealing more of the city, and fighting the cultists and Byaki. To fight, you simply roll the die. A 4, 5, or 6 kills a cultist, and a 5 or a 6 kills a Byaki. Watch out, though. Every time you run into a Byakhee, you must roll a die, and if you roll a 1 or a 2, you lose a point of sanity. When you lose all of your sanity, then you lose the rest of your turn, basically, and must permanently discard a sanity counter. So you would just go back up to 4, and then the next time you go back up to 3. Each time you lose all the counters, you must permanently discard 1. So if you go insane 5 times, you're out of the game. Luckily, that doesn't happen too often. Each time you defeat a cultist, you draw a relic card. And 2 if you defeat a Byakhee. You need to collect a set of 5 artifacts, 5 different artifacts, there's different kinds, in order to successfully be able to sanctify a ritual site. So you'd better start killing. Eventually you will reveal some of the ritual sites. You head on over and kill all the bad guys on it. And here's an example of what it looks like. As you can see, I have conveniently placed the cultists in their proper pattern because I just think it's cool. And so that whole tile is covered with bad guys. Then once you kill all of them, and then you turn in a set of 5 artifacts, poof, it's sanctified. You collect the tile, and you get 12 victory points. Once 3 of those are sanctified by the players, the game immediately ends, and the players add up their victory points. You also get 1 for every relic card that you have, and you'll probably have a stack of them by the end of the game. The player with the most victory points wins the overall game, but really, all the players win, because they defeated the evil cult. That's really all there is to it. That's how you play Cthulhu. Hastur La Vista Baby.
First off, there are many miniatures, figures that come with this game, which is cool. All the cultists and Byakhee that you will ever need. It's very similar to Twilight's other game, Zombies, in that you're running around killing the bad guys. What's unique about this game is that you have a goal aside from finding the right tile in order to escape. Here, you're finding 3 out of 5 tiles and then going on a killing spree. Just make sure you're ready, because losing could mean a disaster for the good people of Kingsport. The rules are simple, but they're also very sparse. Here's the rules right here. You can find some FAQs on the Twilight Creations website, but the must-have rule that wasn't listed in the rules themselves is one that I'm going to tell you right now. When you receive an event card that has automatic written on it, you play it. It automatically happens, and could be good or bad. If you get more than 1 automatic card, you have to play one of them, and then you have the option to discard the other during the discard phase, if you wish. Otherwise, it will also be played at the start of your next turn. You will end up with a whole stack of relic cards, and the nice thing is that these each add a victory point to your score. Kind of wish they were little artifact things, but, what are you going to do? Building that group of 5 artifacts that you need to sanctify a site might take you a while initially, but as the game nears its end, you will usually find that you have plenty of cards for this purpose. The sweet spot for players is 3 or 4. With a higher number, it gets harder to get all of the relics you need, and it comes down to the luck of the draw. With 2 players, it just isn't as fun. The game can get monotonous after a time. If you're looking for a game with deep gameplay and strategy, then this isn't it. However, if you're a fan of zombies, or like wasting cultists, then you should enjoy Cthulhu. It's a simple game to learn and play. The cards definitely have a PG rating with lots of tentacles, blood, and body parts. So be warned. Thanks for joining me for this review of Cthulhu, Hastur La Vista Baby. Let me know if you found it's Hastur. Yeah, Hastur La Vista Baby. Let me know if you found this review helpful by leaving a comment or sending me an email at elliot_miller@voiceofe.com. Make sure to subscribe to the Voice of E channel on YouTube, as I'll have plenty of gaming, entertainment, and comic book coverage this year, and it should be a lot of fun. Thanks again, And until next time, keep your mind free. We'll take your soul.
Get me that signal. We need more power.